themselves up for a minute. Now the Scamwell's going, pulling back a bit now. Six gears on the Scamwell here. The first gear really is a crawler gear, first and reverse. Well, they're pulling, the Scamwell is pulling, and the traction engine is pulling backwards and forwards. Yes, there's some struggling there. I don't know which is which. The Scamwell obviously has got 6 wheels on the ground driving, whereas the traction engine only has 2. But I think the traction engine probably has the edge on the weight. I can hear the Scamwell engine is beginning to bark a little bit, so I think the traction engine must be putting some power in. Oh. I can see the traction engine wheels are slipping slightly. The Scamwell's beginning to bark. Ah, now they're making up. Tremendous amount of power being pulled here. There's soot and black smoke pouring out of the traction engine. But what you've got to remember is both these vehicles are now doing what they were designed to do. Traction engines were designed to pull very, very heavy loads, as were the Scamwells. This particular Scamwell's got a crane on the back, it's also got a belly winch. And the traction engines, a lot of them had winches for ploughing and harrowing and whatever. Also pulling heavy loads, logging, dredging. I wonder if this is going to be the decisive, but both of them have been a bit like boxers in the ring, trying to get, oh, the Scamwell's now spinning, the traction engine was spinning. Now the Scamwell has got all wheels spinning backwards, but the traction engine is still pulling him along. Pretty evenly marked, it's very evenly matched. Probably a little bit of wet ground for one of them will give them the edge over the other one. Going to take him for a ride now. No, I think they're just repositioning. lined up with just 2 driving wheels, and that is more than a match for that Scamell with 6 driving wheels. We've got a steam engine from the early part of the century against a Scamell with quite a modern engine really, a Leyland diesel engine with the advantage of gearbox, differential gears, and the traction engine still probably has the edge over the Scamell, and has certainly made the Scamell sit up and take notice. Now the traction engine is working and making the noise which it would have made when it was actually working on the fields when they're in their heyday. When you see them chugging around the ring, they're fairly quiet because they're not doing any work, they're just ticking over essentially. But this one really is working for its living now. And as it comes past the commentary box, I can see the glow from the firebox underneath going cherry red underneath, because he's got the fire going really well. And as he puts the steam on, the thing is bucking and moving and twisting and lifting. Thank you. What a marvellous sight seeing these 2 vehicles with a friendly workout here. Especially the traction engine there, really working for its living in the red bit. It looks on the power, you can see everything moves in there because they don't have suspension unlike the more modern vehicles with springs and shock absorbers to take up all the shock. The Scamell's going to have a go at putting the traction engine again. I think they're trying to find a piece of ground where they can really get a grip on. The Scamell's got, look at that, the wheels are spinning on the Scamell, certainly on this side they are. I think he was, yeah. Now the Scamell's managed to get a grip and it's pulling the traction, They're so evenly matched, these 2. There must be a tremendous amount of pull on that drawbar there, tremendous amount of pull. I think that was a marvellous display there. I did hear a rumour that there's a county tractor was also going to have a go at the Scamell, and again that's a four-wheel drive tractor. He hasn't turned up yet. So I don't know if we're going to see the county tractor have a go with the Scamell. last go down there. See which one can drag the other one backwards or forwards or whatever. told we're running out of steam now. Anybody got a watering can? Yeah, well, he's been working really well. Oh dear. Yeah. There's a struggle going on here. The scandal's beginning to slip. The scandal's trying to pull the traction engine back, but he's not winning. But the traction engine's not giving a bit. Wonderful. Thanks very much indeed. Thank you very much. He just left the controls. Club. There's 4 vehicles who the marshals have placed. Unfortunately, we now find that we'd prefer them to be. The first one is a Ford. I don't know what sort of Ford. 8062 VW, a Ford. An Austin WNO 635. There's a Humber LPV 4309 and a Morris PNX 18F. If you wouldn't mind just popping down to your vehicles where you park them, the section organisers and marshals would just like to reposition you. Basically, I think because they're getting so busy down there. So if you could just, the owners of those cars could just pop down there if they wouldn't mind. The marshals and section organisers can reposition you. Thank you. Well, Graham is now towing the Scammer around. Graham Austin from Ipswich with his beautifully restored road roller. It made its first visit to a rally here last year, still in a state of partial restoration. Drove it here all the way from Ipswich and drove it all the way back. Took him about a day, I believe it was, so I'm not sure if he had an overnight stop anywhere. Driven down again today. Those that saw it last year will see that he's done an awful lot of work on it to restore it from the rusty heap of scrap it was when he got hold of it. So he's joined the growing ranks of steam enthusiasts. Pointed out to me just now that when the previous traction engine was working really hard, it was actually blowing small lumps of coal out of the chimney. When the traction engine is really drawing hard, there's such a draft that as they chuck coal onto the fire, which I have to do continuously when it's working, small pieces actually get drawn straight out and blown out the chimney from the draft. I could see as it went past the firebox was glowing orange to white hot, so it's really getting a head of steam up. Traction engine just coming past the commentary point now. Certainly levelling out the ground as it goes along as well. Oh, and